Little celebration going on here. We're celebrating the small steps that we have here on the network. And just this past weekend, we finally hit 500 subscribers on our DIY channel. And I want you guys to take a look at this little graphic that YouTube sent to me, or it's actually in YouTube Studio, but I got a notice on it. Look at the trajectory. We just started our network just a few months ago this summer, right? As far as actually making content for all five of the channels. And as hard as it is to build up not only content, but build up kind of not necessarily a brand, but just kind of what your channels are about. Your personality, having subscribers and viewers kind of realize like what kind of things that you're doing. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know what that is just yet. All I know is that I am jumping headfirst into the pool and I'm going to learn to swim once I get in there. I'll figure it out as I'm going. And I've said this I don't know how long I've said this. I've said this to several friends that are also out there doing YouTube, that make content, having fun on YouTube or on, what are the other social media channels that are out there. This is my test kitchen. The entire network is my test kitchen for not only having fun, but just being creative and doing different things. And I do have some kind of long-term goals, got some short-term goals, got some ideas. I've got a general direction on what I want to do. And each day that I'm making content and I'm, downstairs in the office editing up videos, whether they're long form videos, short videos, whether it's for the DIY channel, the entertainment channel, the food and eats channel, sports channel, or on TSP, the hub channel, I am learning things about myself, what I'm good at, what I'm not good at, what I like, what I don't like, giving some different things a try. And each day, each week that goes by, I feel like I'm getting a little closer to where I want to go with the network. Now, again, can I easily define each one of my channels? No, but I'm starting to think... Here's the thing, and I didn't start out this way, okay? I think where I'm headed with each one of my channels is the idea that I've created a channel in a certain area where I am, right up front, I am not an expert at all. I don't really know what I'm doing or what I'm talking about, whether that's within DIY, entertainment, sports. I'm just a big fan. I just enjoy doing things within a certain realm, right? What I am good at is just jumping in and just doing things, trying things out. I am really good with what I've considered the fuck it attitude, right? Fuck it, just do it. Just try it. I don't care. I'm not worried about what are other people going to think? What are your friends going to think? What are my wife's friends going to think? What do I don't care. And that really opens me up, I think, into wanting to try and do different things to kind of experiment. There's certain stuff that I've done video wise and trying certain things, especially where it's like, okay, well, this is what you have to do with hooks. This is what you have to do with your videos. This is what you have to do with your tone and everything. And I'm like, I don't know necessarily if that's me, but we'll give it a try. Let's just try it out. So I will experiment with a few things, and if it doesn't feel right, I'll give it a chance. And then after a while, I'm like, I know the experts. I know the people that are really good at this. The ones that have the answers to all of YouTube and how to be successful. Like, you got to do it this way. And I'll give it a try. and just see how it fits, not only with me, but on my channel, on each individual channels, because there's a different me on every one of these channels. And I've got to kind of figure out not only where I want to go with the channel, but what type of people do I want to attract on each one of those channels also. And so I'm slowly, starting to realize, certain things, it just, it's just not me. But it might be for a different channel of mine. And, we're speaking on the DIY channel on this one here. Again, I'm super proud of myself that, again, you look at this graph, and can you come up with another channel that's out there, another person that's doing this? Well, you probably can't. I was going to say, can you find somebody else that's doing it the way I'm doing it from scratch? I'm doing like real stuff. It's not a lot of the just stupid fake stuff that's out there. I'm not pretending to be like this micro influencer, all that. So I'm just having fun. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of whatever channel that I'm doing. I'm just a fan of doing things. I'm not an expert. And that should be a huge kind of motivation for all of you that are out there that are wanting to do your own channel, your own thing online. Whether it's something on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. If you're wanting to build up a community, a channel, you're wanting to share with other people, you're wanting to build up a community of other people like you that have the same interest in something, you don't have to be an expert at all. You don't have to have big boobs and have them hanging out and doing stupid dances and lip syncing and all kudos to those that do it, and they do it well, and they've got thousands and thousands of followers and viewers and everything like that. I get snake bitten too, as I'm just a regular dude. I'll scroll through, and my eyes come and stop and pause every now and then on stupid videos. I'm not immune to it, but I get tired of it quick. Very tired of it. Because when you get past the superficial, you start to realize that you get bored really quick. Even though there's that recipe out there for the superficial, and trust me, I'm not hating. Good for whoever is out there that's able to do what they need to do with what they have. I get it. I don't have that, so I've got to do other things. But I find that I just have to do it a little bit different, and I have to definitely do it my way. Whatever way that is, I'll figure it out, and I'm slowly getting there with each of the channels. Not at the same rate. The DIY channel, again, this is one that I started out that I'm like, I'm already doing all the DIY around my house. That's easy content for me to talk about. Not from an expert point of view to where I'm like, I know how to fix this right off the bat. I know what tool I need to fix this from the get-go. I don't even know what a lot of the tools, the names are, or how they work. Which is the bizarre thing that I wanted to start up a DIY channel. And if I got caught up in the whole thing of, well, who would want to be out there watching a DIY channel if somebody doesn't know what the hell he's doing? I don't know. But I did it. I started the channel. I don't have to worry about, well, what am I going to talk about this week on my DIY channel? I talk about whatever it is that has broken for the week. Whether it's the dishwasher, the dryer, the truck, the wife's car. Whether it's in the last couple weeks or whatever, whether it's all the spiders that are taking home base here all throughout our house, making little nests and webs and stuff like that. I get fall season, I guess in the Midwest, spiders tend to display themselves a little bit more. So I'm walking around with my Milwaukee pack out vac, sucking up spiders, testing out the bag that's inside my pack out. Is the pack out good for doing? Yeah, I'm just doing different things with tools that a lot of just average people that are out there, weekend moms and dads, weekend DIYers that don't want to feel, oh, well, I don't really know what to do. I don't, I'm embarrassed to, I don't know what tool that's called or what. I don't know either. But I'm willing to kind of figure it out as I go. I'm willing to test different things out. I'm probably the only person out there on YouTube with a DIY channel that is, I don't know, I'm looking for all my Milwaukee stuff, that is a huge Milwaukee fan who's not in the trades. I don't have that kind of a job to where I'm taking my tools in my new $80,000 truck to my job site to where we're constructing a fucking bridge somewhere or what. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm putting up drywall. I'm not that type of DIY guy. But somehow I love Milwaukee tools. I love trying to figure out how to fix things around the house. More out of necessity because of the budget. And we're just at a point to where we just can't go out and just buy a new refrigerator, a new washer and dryer, a new car. I got to fix it. And I think that is what attracts other people out there like myself to where they have to also try to figure out how to fix things. And they're starting from scratch. They're starting from ground zero. They're starting from, I don't even know if I have a hammer or a screwdriver. And maybe they do. They just don't know where it is in the house. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. But again, along with my attitude of just doing a channel, just starting up a YouTube network, quitting my job for not one but 5 YouTube channels, I am also one to say, you know what? I can figure out how to fix a timing chain on a Chevy Equinox. One of the hardest things to do. Took me 3 months. No, I know nothing about cars. Could barely get an oil change done. I was like, yeah, I got YouTube. I pay for a YouTube Premium so I can watch YouTube videos and try to figure it out. And if there's tools that I need, I'll just go get them. Hopefully they're a Milwaukee tool. I can go get new Milwaukee tools to do the job. I got it fixed. 3 months. Did a timing chain. Everybody that I've talked to, you tackled a timing chain and you've never done. Yeah, sure. Now we don't have that car anymore. That was like 2 years ago or a year ago. That car had other issues and we just had to get rid of it at some point. A few months after I had fixed it, something else went wrong with it. And I was like, I can't do it. That is where I needed to have somebody in my corner throwing the towel and be like, oh, call it off. He can't do it anymore. He can't do it. We got rid of that car. But I did what I could. And every single one of these jobs, every single one of these DIY chores around the house, I'm learning something a little each time. Very much the same as I am with each one of my channels. So that's why I had to get on here just to kind of celebrate the small successes. Because I'm not comparing my numbers to anybody else. Could care less. I see them. I see what some other people do, whether they're within the same genre as I am. Whether or not I think they have a good personality or not, or know what they're talking about or not. Or I think that, they're just, I won't say, but I could easily, if I wanted to, bury my head in the sand and be all depressed. Oh, I've only got 500 subscribers now. This person over here's got 100,000. This one here has 50,000. They get thousands of views and likes. I see it. It doesn't affect me at all. I mean, I'm sitting on shorts that have, I think, that have been out there for about a week on almost every one of my channels that have like 18 views. And I almost crave that every now and then just to keep me honest. Just to keep me to where I can turn everything around and just point and say, hey, you think you're Mr. Big Shot with a couple videos you've had here and there? How about the one with 18 views? How you like that? But I'm telling you, if you are out there and you're just needing that motivation to just start, just do it. You don't need to be the expert. You don't need to know everything about producing your own, whether it's a channel or just your content or how to do stuff with your phone, the cameras, a microphone, lights, anything like that. You'll figure it out. You just have to get started. Look at this graph. Look at the graph here. It was 0 this summer. And we are at 500 for the DIY channel. My other 4 channels aren't as far along, but they're getting there. I had to get on tonight just to, I'm super proud of myself getting to 500. I was wanting to get 2 channels by the end of 2025 to 500. You know, that's the kind of the first bigger goal, 500 and 3,000 hours. Not that it does much monetarily, it doesn't. But you have to get to certain steps. You can't just go from here to warp drive up to making all this money and being super successful and having this big channel and having a team of people work with you on everything. I am one person that tries to do it all. And that's tough. You can't be good at everything, and I'm not. But I feel like right now, getting to where I need to have my hand on everything, whether it's being on camera, whether it's the editing part of the process, planning things out, storyboarding some of the longer form videos, taking that extra day of editing and then going back and re-edit after you've gotten away from a project for a little bit, for when you get a clean look at it, add some extra B-roll. That's all stuff that I've had to learn. And I'm definitely nowhere near where I need to be yet. And it's going to be years before I even get to that point. But the thing I can say is every week that goes by, I think I'm just a little bit better than I was before. Look at that curve. Look at that curve. I can only imagine if I just kind of stay true to myself and my personality and everything, I will find my type of people on that DIY channel. More, they've got to be out there. It's just a matter of them finding me, and I've got to stick to it, right? Same goes with my food and eats channel, my entertainment channel, my sports channel. They're gonna find me. I just have to kind of keep going, and I have to kind of find my voice and my style a little bit. And again, that could be a little different for each channel. I kind of enjoy that too. Because the one thing that I know my weakness is I get bored of doing the same thing and being the same Brian all the time. And when I say the same Brian, I'm talking doing the same thing over and over again. There's an underlying sense of humor that is very consistent among all 5 channels, among everything I've done either online, everything I've done with my jobs, everything I've done in my life. There's an underlying thing that I think the right people There's not a lot of them, but there's enough that understand. I get this guy. He's not quite the asshole that I think a lot of people think he is, but I get him. Those are the people I'm trying to find for each one of the channels, and it's going to get there. So if you're out there too and you're trying your best, or you're doubting yourself, just do it. Just do it. Just get started. Figure it out as you go. That's all. That's all I got tonight.